Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about thermal expansion in liquids and even in gases. Okay. So last session, we studied detail how thermal expansion happens in solids, like linear expansion, superficial expansion, and even cubical expansion. So like solids, liquid also expands when it is heated. But we know that liquid doesn't have any specific shape, only it has volume. So in this case we are only considering or liquids only have cubical expansion. This is special exceptional case that we already discussed. What is that? The anomalous expansion of water. So when water heated from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, what happens? It contracts, and beyond 4 degrees Celsius, if it is goes or heating beyond 4 degrees Celsius, it expands. Okay. So this property is known as anomalous expansion of water. So other than that, all other liquids, when it is heated, it expands or the volume increases. So that we used to call it as cubical expansion. Through a small experiment, we can prove the cubical expansion. Okay. So take a bottle, empty bottle. Take an empty bottle. Make a hole from the tip. Then through this hole, insert a straw, the drinking straw. Okay. Then take a little water and add some color for the water, just to see how it is, to see the raising of the level. So fill the water through this straw. Just consider till here we have filled the water. Okay. Then heat this bottle. Provide heat to this bottle. So initially we can see that the water level will drop down. Okay. For few seconds, first the water level will drop down. Just consider this was the initial water level. After absorbing little bit heat, the water level dropped down to this level. Okay. Then slowly it will increase the level and finally it will reach this. Okay. What is the reason initially it dropped the level down? Because it is, the water is taken in a tumbler or a bottle. That's a solid material. So when we provide heat energy, initially that bottle will increase its volume. So that's why initially the water level came down. Then later, once it is done, the heat energy is absorbed by the water and it raises the water level to the another or higher level. So if you are using a colored water, we can easily identify these levels. Okay. So this is a proof that when we provide heat energy or when liquid absorb heat energy, it expands its volume. If we explain the thermal expansion in liquids in terms of molecular motion, we know that in liquids the molecules are little far away comparing with the solids. So what happens when it absorbs heat energy? The average kinetic energy of the molecule will increase because the molecule started moving vigorously inside the liquid. So if you consider the average kinetic energy, that will increase tremendously and it overcome the intermolecular force, and that intermolecular separation will increase. So that's why liquid expands much faster than solids. Now we'll see which are the factors affecting the cubical expansion. So first one, original volume of the liquid. Okay, original volume. So how it is? Greater the volume of the liquid, greater the increase in cubical expansion. Second one, rise in temperature. So greater the rise in temperature, automatically the expansion rate also will be more. Third one, nature of the liquid. Nature of the liquid. We know that depends upon the change in liquid. If different liquids we are taking like water, glycerin, kerosene or something, milk, whatever it is. So each different materials has different expansion rate, because it requires different heat energy to increase its volume. Okay, so these are the three factors depends upon the cubical expansion in liquids. First one, original volume, rise in temperature and nature of the liquid. Okay, so for this one also we will find out the coefficient of cubical expansion. V0 is a volume at 0 degrees Celsius and Vt is a volume at T degree Celsius. So change in volume is equal to Vt minus V0 is equal to V0 gamma T. So this gamma is the coefficient of cubical expansion. Okay, the same equation we studied in the case of solid cubical expansion or thermal expansion. So same equation we are using here, and the coefficient is known as coefficient of cubical expansion. With this thermal expansion of liquid, we have an application of day-to-day life. Okay, we all are very familiar with the thermometer. Whenever we get the change in temperature of our body, initially without going to the hospital itself, we used to check our body temperature. Okay, so we know that what we are using for that, thermometer. So thermometer, it is filled with mercury. It's a capillary like tube, right? No, if this is a thermometer, inside there is a capillary tube, one end closed and the other end is connected to a bulb. Okay, a small bulb, and in this bulb mercury will be filled. Okay, so mercury will be filled in this bulb, and this is a capillary tube. So when we take our temperature, body temperature, if we have temperature more than the normal one, what's going to happen? This will get heated with our body temperature and it start expanding, it increases. So during that expansion rate, automatically the level of the mercury will increase. It's a shiny liquid and it's a glass tube. So it's easy for us to identify the body temperature if you are using the thermometer. Okay, so here also we are using the application of thermal expansion in liquids. Now let us see in the case of gases. Gas also expands when it is heated, and we know that it also doesn't have any particular shape. So as in the case of gas also, the expansion is in terms of volume, or we used to tell that only cubical expansion is possible as in the case of gases and even in liquids. If we explain in terms of molecular motion, when we provide heat energy, what happens to the gas molecules? We know that they are already far apart, right? No? So that molecules start moving violently, more faster than the liquid molecules. Okay, so if you see the average kinetic energy, that will increase very fastly, and the expansion rate in gases are very high comparing with the liquids and even solids. Okay, so same way if we go through the equations, we can use the same equation. Increase in volume, we are using the same equation, and the coefficient is known as coefficient of cubical expansion. Gamma is the symbol we are using for this one. Okay, and if you want to find out the proof, means take an empty bottle, then here attach a balloon. Okay, attach a balloon, then this empty bottle have to be kept in a boiling water, a water bath. Okay, so we know that when it is kept in a water bath, what is going to happen? Automatically this setup will absorb heat energy from the water. So slowly you can see that this balloon will be inflated. Okay, because inside the can air is filled, that will expand, and automatically there is no space to go up, right? No, so that expansion will come in the form of inflated balloon. That is an example, or that is an experiment, a simple experiment for the proof of cubical expansion in gases. Now we will see what happens to the density when the temperature increases. Okay, so we know the equation, density is equal to mass by volume, right? No, So mass, if we provide heat energy, just consider we have 1 liter liquid with us, liquid or solid, anything. Okay, 1 liter liquid with us, and or 1 kilogram. I'll mark it as 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram liquid with us. Okay. And if we provide heat energy, is it the mass is going to change? No, the mass will be constant for a particular material. So what is going to change? The volume increases. Right? So if we provide heat energy, the volume increases. It is a denominator factor. So what happens when the volume increases? The density decreases. So as volume increases, density decreases. Okay. Same way, if the material is being cooled down, what happens? Mass is not going to change, volume will reduce. So that time the density increases. Or else we can tell that density is inversely proportional to the volume. Inversely means if one is increasing, the other factor is decreasing, just opposite. That is called inversely proportional. So we can tell that as the temperature increases, the density of the material will decrease. Thank you.